Hi, I'm Matt with Mainstreet Medina. Welcome to another edition of Medina Minute. Today we're going to sit down and talk with a few friends from around town and learn about their stories and their business. Come on in and join me. So we are here with Ali Burmeister from Sullys Irish Pub. Ali, thank you so much for coming to Medina Minute today.
Thank you for having me, Matt.
Now, Sully's opened, what, 2009?
2008.
2008, okay. Where did that concept come from? I know it's your family business, passion of your father's and your family. Were you all just sitting around one night and said, hey, let's open a bar?
My dad was in trucking for 40 years and hated it.
Okay.
And he had a dream to be a happier person and enjoy life a little bit more. And so he took a big risk and invested all of his retirement in a startup business.
Oh my gosh. So no history of
No.
restaurant and bar.
No.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Good God, John. So where did his idea come from?
We grew up Irish dancing.
Okay.
We grew up around Irish festivals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Listening to the live Irish music. And he just really enjoyed it. That was his happy place. You know, when he was miserable at work, that was, something to look forward to and what made him happy. So it was just something that, his favorite bands, he could listen to them whenever he wanted because he was booking them.
That's awesome. I had no idea. So how did you and the family get involved? Like, did Dad come home and say, okay, I'm retiring, taking all our money, we're going to open a bar, you're going to manage it, you're doing this, you're doing this?
It was a long process. He knew he wanted out of trucking. We explored a bunch of different options from pizza places to a Jimmy Buffett bar. I mean, there was a whole realm of options.
Yeah.
And we ended up, our original partner, Mike Perotti, was running the Crippled Pelican down on 18.
Okay.
And we were going to turn that into a Jimmy Buffett bar, and he said, you know what, listen, there's a great place in the square, I'll go in with you, we'll make it work. And he had a long history in restaurants, so that definitely helped.
Okay.
He was a huge asset.
Is your family from Medina, or how did you end up here?
We're from Lakewood.
Okay.
My parents actually still live in Lakewood.
Really?
And it was just where the opportunity was. And
Okay.
it's a great little town.
It is.
Love it.
It is a great town. It's just, I didn't realize you guys are from Lakewood, which is not bad, but it's just, so you came here because of the opportunity for the business. Mm-hmm. Okay, very cool. What does the business mean to you and your family? I mean, Sully's is an institution in town. It's a place where people go and hang out, you have music. What does it mean to your family?
It means everything. It's
Yeah.
My relationship that I've grown with my father over the last 13 years has been incredible. I couldn't, there's nothing that could put a price on that.
Yeah.
We've grown a family in our staff.
Sure. So much so that I thought you had a sister, Sarah, because she's in every picture.
So it's just been, it's huge. Sully's brought me out to Medina.
Yeah.
Met my husband. We got, 2 little kids together.
Okay.
So it's, it's really shaped our lives.
Yeah.
And our futures.
And I know that in the restaurant, you are very involved in the community. You guys do a lot of nonprofit fundraisers and give back. Where does that come from?
It's really important, I feel like, to give back to the community that supports you.
Okay.
To support the community that's been behind us since day one.
Yeah.
We opened in a terrible market in 2008.
Yes.
And we survived. We survived a flood.
Yes.
We survived the last year, which has been incredible, and we've had such a outpouring of support from the community that is absolutely amazing.
When your dad was thinking about the restaurant, did you travel to Ireland and go to different restaurants and say, this is a dish that we want to serve?
We did not. Dad's first trip to Ireland was the fall after we opened.
Yeah.
But just being in other Irish pubs, there was an Irish pub in Lakewood called Sullivan's. We were good friends with Pat Sullivan. He gave us a lot of tips. He had a beautiful bar that was built in Ireland.
Wow,
So
cool.
just looking at the very traditional decor of Irish pubs. So.
Tell me a little bit more about your connection with Medina. So you don't live here, the business is here. Is this like a second home to you?
I live here now.
Oh, you live here now? Okay,
Yeah.
I am just all confused.
No, you're good. I moved out here about 9 years ago.
Okay.
Right in Lafayette Township.
Very cool.
So it's, great area. I'm close to the square, but
Yeah.
you know, we have a little bit of space.
Yeah.
So.
What do the kids think about the bar? Do they like the music? Do they ever come hang out with you?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah?
Viv thinks she's like a celebrity when she walks in there. She'll sing with the bands.
Oh, very cool.
And Owen's a little shyer, but you know, so many people have watched them just grow up
Sure.
and love it and can't believe how big they are every time they see them. And
Yeah.
they have a second family in the Irish pub community.
Are they interested in the Irish dance at all? Is that part of
We
their?
haven't really discussed it.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be.
Okay.
I guess it's more showy, in my opinion.
Okay.
Now. So, I don't know.
It's
We'll see what the
gone
future
from
holds.
like dancing to river dance, and it has to be a production.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. What about this community? How do you see Sully's fitting in? Like, what is your goal for the restaurant? What do you want the future of that place to be?
I want Sully's to just be somewhere where people can come and gather. They can celebrate life. They can mourn a loss. They can meet up with an old friend. A comfortable place where you can enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There's no worries when you walk in the door. It's just a happy place. You know, you walk into a smiling face and
Sure.
eat some delicious food, drink a delicious beer, and
Yeah.
things are okay.
What's your favorite dish on the menu?
Oh my goodness. Our angry leprechaun is really good.
What's that?
It's a burger with pepper jack, candied jalapenos, bacon,
Okay.
and a sriracha mayonnaise.
Sounds spicy.
It's not too spicy because the jalapenos have sugar on them since they're candied, so it's not too bad.
I usually default to the turkey Rachel. I don't even know that I've seen the angry leprechaun. So you're the bar manager, or the
General
restaurant
manager.
General manager. Time-consuming job.
Yes.
Do you ever get to take a break and just chill out with the family, go on vacation? Like, how do you come down from food service intensity?
I do. I have a great staff that's very supportive, and I do get some time away.
Yeah.
My phone's on 24 hours a day, but that's the nature of the business.
Sure.
So yeah, I have a fantastic staff that always has my back, and if I need some time away, I can get it.
Very cool. Do you think you would ever take the kids to Ireland?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I went 2014, and I loved it.
Okay.
It was beautiful, an experience that I think everyone should, at some point in their life, take part in.
Did it inspire you a little bit? Just, being out of the country, being surrounded by, I'm going to assume, but I've been wrong before. I'm assuming you guys have Irish ancestry. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. We got that one right. How did that maybe change you when you came back and come back to the community, come back to the bar? How did that experience live within you?
It's interesting to see it firsthand in the actual culture.
Okay.
It's here you see Americanized Irish pubs. So it's so different to see it firsthand, these tiny little, beautiful, historic Irish pubs in Ireland. To see the hospitality that is one of the key factors of an Irish pub. And I mean, to see the live music and just these bands or, single people playing in a little corner of a pub, and it's just the atmosphere is incredible. So we did generally Dad comes back when he goes over there and brings some crazy dish that he wants to start serving that, no one's heard of or whatever. But we do get a lot of ideas.
What are some of the, you said American Irish, which kind of cracks me up. I've never been to Ireland. I don't know if St. Patrick's Day is celebrated there as it is here.
Not even close.
what are some of the American Irish misconceptions, or what do we as Americans think is Irish and St. Patrick's Day, but clearly is not?
It's a big party, which I think anything here is turned into a big party, just
right.
because we can. Over there, I think it's a much smaller celebration. It's not, if you're looking at destinations, Chicago is a big one for St. Patrick's Day because that's a huge party.
Yeah.
So our version of the celebrating of the two different versions of it are definitely widespread.
I feel like that's something that we as Americans do with St. Patrick's Day, the Polish holiday Dingus Day, Day of the Dead. I think for Americans, it's always about wearing the color of that country's flag and drinking.
Yep.
Wow. So St. Patrick's Day, big day for Sully's. Last year, obviously couldn't have it. Mm-hmm. What is that event normally like for you? Like, what is the backside of a major holiday that focuses on food and drink?
St. Patrick's Day is 2 months in advance. pulling numbers, crunching numbers, for
Yeah.
prep, for beer orders, all that stuff. Kitchen staff putting in countless hours to get all that corned beef cooked, to roll all those egg rolls.
Yeah, how do you even cook that much? Where do you store it? That's the part of restaurants that fascinates me. How do you plan? You know, how do you know, okay, we're gonna have 500 people come in, so here's what we're gonna make.
Right. Well, we
Baffling.
have an upstairs cooler that's back up when we need it.
Okay.
Which is generally for holidays. But yeah, it's around the clock cooking corned beef.
Yeah.
Last year, we had everything prepped, shut down 2 days before, and
Right.
we pivoted and we got through it.
Yeah, and you did.
At least this year we know what we're expecting.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. So you're in an interesting building on West Liberty. There's rumors that the building is haunted. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had experiences there?
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like what?
I actually walked through with Elizabeth Howell.
Okay.
Years ago. We were having issues with electronics that didn't make sense, stuff falling, just little things.
Yeah.
And I walked through with her, and she had, not my expertise, so I don't know what they're called, but like the little machine that she'll ask questions and then it'll give the
Okay.
voiceover,
Yeah.
transmitter or whatever. And actually experienced her asking questions and hearing responses.
Really?
Really creepy. We have a little boy in the building. His name is Chip.
Chip?
And as long as we keep in the basement, we have toys and candy for him.
Really?
And as long as we leave those there, he doesn't mess with anything.
Does he ever play with the toys?
No.
But they're
But he told us as long as we left him toys and candy, he'd leave us alone.
really. Do
Yeah.
you know? Did Elizabeth ever research that? Was there a Chip that lived there or that
I don't
played
know.
there?
I don't know if she ever researched it or not.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But yeah, we talk about Chip all the time.
Yeah?
Whenever anything goes wrong, we're like,
Blame it on Chip.
yeah. Someone had to have touched his candy or.
Yeah. How do you incorporate the music into the bar? How does your dad and your family choose who's going to perform, and what do you like to see happen with that?
We have a pretty regular base of people that we have every month.
Mm-hmm.
We have a vast, Cleveland is awesome for Irish music.
Right.
A lot of ours is Irish music, but then we also pull in local, Greg Crow from Woodsies. He's started playing at Sully's.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and everyone's really enjoying it.
Yeah.
So we try to mix it up, not all Irish, because not everyone wants to hear Irish. We listen to it all
Right.
day long, so it's whatever, we tune it up. But yeah, so there's just a wide mix. We have some bands that'll come over from Ireland.
Oh, cool.
And, every once in a while they'll play.
Yeah.
So, like the Druids and Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tone, stuff like that.
Do they come over and play a circuit around the country, or are they coming here specifically for Sully's?
Yeah, they play a circuit usually,
Okay.
and then we'll get on that list, which I know Dad just booked one of them for next year already.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, we just, we love being a part of the Irish music scene.
Yeah.
It's so important, and we've been able this whole time to have live entertainment, which a lot of places aren't.
Right. Right.
And that's been, because that's their job too. So it's
Yeah.
been really important to us to be able to maintain that Irish music and just live music scene.
Is there a big Irish community with the different festivals and things that go on? So you're interacting with other Irish pubs
Yeah.
and bars and entertainers?
Yeah, we're a food vendor. I had a couple Irish festivals in the
Okay.
summer. So that's definitely good for networking.
Yeah.
We can meet, different bands that we've never even heard of, smaller guys that are, around or coming to this town, this area, and we can give them a shot. But it's been great for networking between the, Irish pub owners and the food vendors and then the
Right.
music as well.
And I know you mentioned a food vendor. You've participated in International Fest, Medina Fest. One of the most popular items on your menu is the Reuben egg roll.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from? Whose idea was that?
It came from my aunt. She saw it somewhere about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and we started doing them, and they just took off.
They're amazing. I know when my family comes in town, my sister has to go to Sully's and get Reuben egg rolls.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really popular too. It's an easier way to eat a Reuben. Beer in one hand, Reuben egg roll in the other.
Oh, that's true. I never thought about it that way. Wow. Ali, thank you so much for sharing your time and sitting down with me today and telling us a little bit about Sully's and yourself, and we wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you.